All right, YouTube's coming in. We're not going to forget him this time. Gonna be sipping on some Crown Vanilla, Coke Zero. Not a strong one. We're getting dialed in, man. Speaking of Dr. Zoomer, we're getting dialed in on the summer shredding, okay? I am currently down 23 pounds. Coming down from 240. Starting to get... Not even close. Just calm everybody's expectations. Not even close to what I would call lean. We got about 10 more pounds left for that one. I'm just saying, I started seeing some obliques yesterday. Woo! So we gotta take it a little easy. No beer. No beer. Doc says, true, bro. I just did a big time HIIT workout. Crazy movements I haven't done in years. Yeah, I tried a new movement today that I haven't done in years as well. It's called the decline bench. A lot of people say decline is good because it actually saves your shoulders. You know, the more incline you go, the more shoulder action you get. And somehow, on decline bench today, I jacked it up, man. I jacked up the shoulder. Good thing tomorrow's back and buys. Pool day. We'll be all right. Get a little rest in. We'll be all right. Wootfest with the 10-month Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. Iceman with the 13-month. Not to be outdone. Your Merce with the Twitch Prime. RHR with the 9-month. Riff Raff. Osbro. Oso Bro. Mix Bean. All with the subs and resubs. Thank you. King Max. Wells Racing. Brand new Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. I did chest today. Who worked out today? Who worked out? And what did you work out? More importantly, don't just say yes. What did you work out today? It's Thursday. It's Thursday. What are people working out on Thursdays? Trek with the super chat says, it's 2:30 a.m. Why am I awake? Because it's Thirsty Thursday, man. Welcome YouTube chat, by the way. Legs and shoulders. What the? Legs and shoulders. Doc says leg day today, squat, deadlift, hang clean, and snatch. Those are, jeez. Those are all huge movements, Doc. Feel free to throw a little accessory work in there if you want. Lunar with the Twitch Prime. Wen, Twitch Prime. And Cosmic with the Twitch Prime. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. I will be working out after work and doing cardio. There you go. Let's go. The Decent Advice stream is back. We're back, baby. We're back. Yeah, did not stream on Tuesday, so it's been a full week since we've been live here on Twitch and YouTube. Gonna be hitting you guys with some decent... Actually, hold on before I say that. The build we're building today, I'm just gonna be honest, like, I don't even think I would consider it decent. As you can see from the title, both on Twitch and YouTube, this is the cheapest possible PC that you can build from Amazon right now. Decent is not a word that I would use to describe this PC. This is more of an experiment to see what kind of perform. We're going to make a YouTube video about it. It's more about how good can it, or how bad. How good, how bad is an all new parts from Amazon build that's as cheap as possible. We're about to find out. Should be interesting. Young God Tommy with the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Rails with the Twitch Prime. Thank you as well. That Lucario looks sick, brother. Dude, I got Pokemon all over here right now. Hold on, let me show you my wallpaper engine action going on here. That's my that's my desktop wallpaper. My 5-year-old is in a huge Pokemon phase right now. One could argue I've been waiting 5 years for this to happen, and we're here, man. We're in the thick of it. And I'm just trying to fuel his Pokemon phase right now. The 3D printer has been dedicated to Pokemon printing. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't understand the thick of it meme. I said that term in a video. Hey, Diana, Are you tracking the thick of it meme? Yeah, I'm not either. I mentioned that in a video and everyone's been going crazy about it. I have no idea why. Oh my God, Scarf. Please tell me that the sound alert is going to work for that. There it is. Let's go. Let's go. Scarfo with the 20. Tier 1 gifted sub. Scarfo is here, guys. If anybody did not know, Scarfo is in the building. Thank you very much, man. That's big time. 20 gifted subs to kick off the stream. Level 7 hype train. Thank you very much, man. Did you get your 5090 yet? BQD with the 3-month Twitch Prime sub says, hey, Zach, I've been watching you for a few months now. Since I decided to build my own PC after my $2,000 old PC got stolen. Sorry, man. I've learned a lot since then. Good, but bad. I'm not really tracking that story, but I hope you're bouncing back from that. That sucks. Baby Scott with the Twitch Prime sub as well. Thank you. What's your favorite Pokemon generation? Oh, it's definitely the OGs, man. I don't... If that number is above 151, I don't know anything about it. Other than a select few, like Lucario. I am definitely all about the OGs. I only watched and played Pokemon when the OGs were all of the Pokemon. The first 151. I know very little about the ones after that. How's the marker eater going? First off, that's my son. Don't talk to me or my son again. He's good. I saw a couple people asking if he passed the marker. So, not to get too much details here, but my little marker eater, he's also ironically in a big wipe his own butt phase. 3-year-old trying to be a big boy, you know, trying to learn some valuable life skills, and it just so happens after he ate that marker, now he's big enough, you know, to start wiping his own butt. So, like, I don't see anymore what comes out of him. Like, he does his thing. I'm just like, let me know if you need me. I'm here for backup if things get out of hand. Like, I mean, he's fine. He seems fine. The marker changed him. He's doing good. He's doing good. It was a good week. It's been a good week so far. I think he's fine, man. I think he's fine. Thank you for asking. Dark Wolf with the 610 biddies says, what is good, chat? Not to be interrupted by Squishin' with the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you. That is very much appreciated. Dark says, I hope you're doing an amazing day, plus chat, and hope your family and team members are doing amazing. And I love your video. Thank you. Much appreciated. Red Dragon with the 300 biddies. Question. I don't know what that is. A GA15DK. Should I know what that is? And I tried to install a Ryzen 7 5800X. I have all drivers up to date and it doesn't turn on. And it says it stays in a perma loop of booting and shutting off of. But if I use my... Dude, I'm lost. You lost me on that one. Thank you for the 300 biddies. I have no idea what you're talking about. What color was the marker? It was orange. ZTT Simp with the 300 biddies. Hi, I just bought the 7900 XT. Wondering what CPU to pair with it. Good question. At a minimum, I go with a 7600/7600X, depending on the pricing. I believe the 7600X has been like the same price, so you might as well get that, provided you give it adequate cooling. If you want to step it up a notch, I go 9700X. If you want to go all out, go with an X3D. Just depends on how much you want to spend. Shaggy with the tier 1 sub, thank you. Blind Tech with the tier 1 gifted sub, thank you. What do you think about messy, caseless PC? Not a fan. How's YouTube chat doing? Before we start building this PC, I gotta check in with YouTube, guys. almost all of that has been from Twitch. How's YouTube chat doing? Are you guys behaving over here? Are you happy with your new main PC? I'm gonna be honest, not really. So the driver issues with the 5090. Numpty with the 1,000. Let's go. Thank you, man. Evening. Evening to you, Numpty. Thank you, man. Oh my god. I don't know why that one came up. I think Stream Elements is having a stroke. I think we're good. I am definitely having the 5090 driver issue, or the NVIDIA driver issues that a lot of people are reporting. So the week I built this PC, my PC, when gaming, would randomly just shut off. Just shut off. Or no, I'm sorry. It would not shut off. The screens would go all black, but I could hear the game still running, and no matter what I did, I could not get back to turning them on. So it wouldn't shut off, but it would just go completely black, and I think that's what a lot of people were talking about. The new update finally came out. The new driver update finally came out. That no longer happens, so it was definitely a driver update. However, now the screen goes black, and it comes back on after like 2 seconds. So NVIDIA's getting there. I just read an article today that said, NVIDIA still doesn't have an answer about the driver black screen issues. It's like, yeah, I see. The whole reason why I have a 50, or why I'm using a 5090 right now, is for my daily driver PC, I always alternate Intel, AMD, NVIDIA. Intel, AMD, NVIDIA. Thank you, Scarfell. I'll read that in just a second. I always rotate. And one of the main things that I look for when I do that is driver stability, driver support. What kind of quirks do I have to deal with? When it comes to NVIDIA's turn to daily drive, driver issues are not the thing that I expected to happen at all. That's what I expect for Intel, not AMD. AMD unironically has the most stable drivers. You would never be able to convince me otherwise. But now I have the fastest GPU in the world, and my screen shuts off every half hour. So dumb. Scarfo with the 1,000 bit, he says $10. Oh, the donation. My bad. Dude, I even reset that right before the stream started. Yep, there it is. Okay. Scarfo with the $10 dono says, happened to be near my micro center today. Oh, just randomly. And made the mistake of going inside on the launch day of the 9070 XT. I could have bought one, but I was looking for a 5090. Okay. Also, $10 donate. Link broken on that alert, but I won't make a big deal of it. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, sorry. Oh, we're in an ad break now. Okay, I see it. We're in an ad break. I see you guys. Thank you very much, Scarfo. Sorry. Thank you for being my daily reminder about, like, my activity feed. I just have to disable donations and then re-enable it, and then they come back on. But I literally did that before the stream started, and it still didn't show your first donation until I did it again. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. Cautionary Tales with the Twitch Prime sub. Fraggin' Randy with the 400 bit. He says, check out the drink picks for my new Team Green. All right. We're definitely going to check out the drink picks during the giveaway next week. But I will check out yours because Fraggin' Randy is the winner of the previous giveaway PC. Look at that. There it is. In action. This was our previous 4060 Ti gaming or streaming PC giveaway. Fraggin' Randy was the winner, and boom. There it is, man. I'm glad you got it all set up and it's working for you. Congrats again, man. That's awesome. Yeet Man with the 4-month Twitch Prime sub. Huntington with the 300 biddies. Thank you. Great machine. I love it. Nice. Great to hear. Fraggin' Randy was our 4th and final backup winner for the Gaming PC giveaway. If you guys don't already know, we are literally always running a Gaming PC giveaway. This is the current one. Okay. 7600X, B580. As you watch these streams on Twitch, you are earning points towards this PC. Just make sure you type in !giveaway and log in. That way it tracks your points. I will pay to ship it anywhere in the United States, but if an international viewer wins, they gotta decide if they want to pay for shipping or not. Just too expensive. I always roll 5 total winners, just in case. I have literally never had to go to a backup winner until that one right there. And the first 4 people that won either didn't respond to me or they lived too far away and it was just too expensive for them to ship the PC. Thank goodness Frag and Randy was there. So he was the winner of that one. We are raffling off this one next week. So this is either the last stream for you to earn points or the second to last stream, depending on if I stream next Tuesday. And then on Thursday, next Thursday, at this time, we're going to start the stream by raffling off this PC first. We'll reset everybody's points, and then we'll start building the next giveaway PC. And I'm just letting you guys know right now. I ordered or planned and ordered the parts for the next streaming PC giveaway, number 11. And we got some RTX 50 series action going on and an X3D CPU. That's going to be the next one. It is going to be the best PC that I've ever given away before in my life. It's going to be a good one. It's going to look really nice, too. I'm very excited. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Turn on notifications. Make sure you watch the streams. Get those points. Leave the stream up. Do what you got to do. Blind Tech with the 12-month. Wow. Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, man. 1 year. Ray Santos Music with the 500 bit. He says, so glad we're streaming on the Purple app, too. Let's go. We're always on the Purple app. I mean, we're on both, but I would say the main party is here on Twitch. But YouTube's fine, too. Real Mixed Gamer. That was the 1,000 biddies. No message. Thank you very much. The red with the 300 biddies. Max Verstappen not loud enough. By the way, I bought a 6600 XT used for 190. Nice. That'll work. That'll work. Thank you for those 300 biddies. Kyle with the 5-month. Marty with the Twitch Prime. Butter with the YouTube Super Chat says, hey, Zach, I got a question. 5600X and a GTX 1650. Let me read that again, just in case I missed something. Zach, question. I have Ryzen 5 5600X and GTX 1650. What? All right. Good question, man. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. How do you contact the winner? Well, if you're a cool winner, then you will be in the stream next Thursday. But if you happen to be lame, then I will message you with a Twitch DM, because it's a Twitch-only giveaway. So Twitch DM is the only way that I can reasonably contact anybody. Butter is back with another super chat. Says, what should I upgrade with those specs? Got it. Got it. You should 100% upgrade your GPU. A 5600X can handle a far better GPU than a 1650. Far better. You can instantly transform that into a 1440p PC with your 5600X. So definitely upgrade your GPU. Why no YouTube? To be honest, I would love for that giveaway to be on both YouTube and Twitch. The giveaway platform that I think is the best one out of all of them only works on Twitch. That's legitimately the only reason why. They said, I saw in a feature request form for it to be added to YouTube, and Stream Elements was like, yeah, we're working on it. That was 2 years ago. I don't think it's coming. So yeah, it's only on Twitch. What GPU should I go with? I can't answer that without knowing how much you want to spend. The 5600X can pair reasonably up to like RX 7800 XT level, somewhere around there, which is a monster 1440p GPU. I don't know how we would do with like a 9070. I don't know if anybody tested the 9070 in a 5600X yet. I'd imagine you'd start bottlenecking a little bit, but not 100% sure. Somewhere in that range. RTX 4070 probably be the limit. Somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. RHR with the 300 biddies. Zach, I'm building a PC with a 9800 X3D and a 5070 Ti. What are your thoughts? I think you have that's a great combination. The only thing I would tell you is to watch out for the NVIDIA driver issues that will be fixed at some point. I do have what little faith I have left in NVIDIA. I do have confidence that they'll fix this, but it's a very real thing I'm going through right now. Free Candy with the 3-month Twitch Prime resub says, it's me, the amazing name guy again. Also, why the AMD GPU sold out so fast? Guys, we're in a GPU shortage. What do you mean, why did it sell out fast? I say this during every single live stream and in like 76% of my videos. We are in a GPU shortage. This is not an NVIDIA RTX 50 series shortage. This is not a 5090, 5080 shortage. This is a GPU shortage. You can't find a single current gen or now last gen brand new GPU above RTX 4060 levels for MSRP. Not even close. Not a single one. They don't exist unless you live at a micro center and you're willing to camp out. That's it. This is a legitimate GPU shortage. That is why they sold out, because people can't get anything else. The good news is Micro Center said that they have way more inventory for the 9070 and 9070 XT. The bad news is retailers are already confirming that the prices that we just saw for the 9070 and the 9070 XT, those were only the prices for the first batch, which is already sold out. So the next time they go in stock, probably hundreds of dollars more than what we just saw today. Those were only the prices. I have a feeling people are going to start talking about it. These reports just came out today, which is a little bit shady. No, it's not a joke. No, I'll show it to you right now. The problem with this, it's not surprising at all. But the problem with this is AMD just had all these reviewers review the graphics cards at the current price that they're at. Those were only the prices for this first batch, though. They're going to go up. So, I don't really like that move. We can't confidently say that this was like AMD scheming, obviously. But it's... we won't see those prices again. Squishing with the 1000 biddy says, what would be a good CPU for a budget build? Do you prefer custom water cooling or AIOs? Also, I just want to say thank you for the inspiration and information on my first build. Well, I don't recommend water cooling with a budget build at all. But between custom water cooling and AIOs, I am definitely an AIO guy. Through and through. But what CPU would I recommend for a budget build? It depends on what your definition of budget is. If you want to hop onto AM5 for as cheap as possible, 7400F. They're now, I just checked yesterday, $118 on AliExpress for a 7400F. If you want to buy it from Amazon, 7600 is going to be your cheapest. If you're talking more budget than that, then I like the Ryzen 5 5500. You can get those for like $100 on Amazon. Those are my favorites for budget CPUs, whatever you consider budget. A Penguin with the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. We got a lot of gifted tonight. Let's go. Thank you. Much appreciated, Penguin. TBN Barry with a 300 bit. He says, should I buy an Intel, AMD, or NVIDIA GPU? Guys, we're in a GPU shortage. I want something that doesn't consume a lot of power. I have an 850 watt power supply and a 7900X. My budget is $600. The exact best GPU for your situation is a 9070 XT. You're not going to be able to find one, though. There aren't $600 GPUs that you can buy right now, man. They're gone. There's a legit GPU shortage. On paper, the best you can do with that is definitely a 9070 XT. Just came out today for $599. But we're just not gonna be able to find them anymore, man. Squish them with the 300 biddies. AM5 preferably, and it's for family members. Yeah, the ones I said. $1,000. If you have $1,000 to spend, I think your CPU should be at the 7500F/7600 range. Somewhere around there. For $1,000. When will the GPU shortage end? I have no idea, man. What I will say is I did a little used GPU shopping today. There are significantly less used GPUs on eBay and Java than there were 3 weeks ago. Significantly less. We're like 2 weeks away from only seeing obnoxious used GPU deals here in the United States. Like, it's bad, man. It's bad. This is the real deal. This is a real deal. Lurk King with a 340 biddies. Is the Ryzen 5 7600X and an RX 7600 XT a good starter build? That'll work. That'll work. The 7600 XTs you still can buy. That's the best AMD GPU that you can buy right now that's not overpriced. Those are the 7600 XT and the RTX 4060s are the last GPUs that haven't been completely swallowed up yet. And that's only a matter of time before they do, unfortunately. Are you building a PC today? Yes. We are building the cheapest Amazon PC possible. I am not thrilled about it. It's not going to take long, which is why I don't mind yapping. This is going to be a very quick build. I should not jinx myself with that one. Things could go wrong. This build should not take long at all. If I was not streaming, this build is so basic that, I mean, I could easily build it in like 30 to 40 minutes. It would not take a long time at all. Streaming time, hour and a half. Easy. But it shouldn't take long at all. How long does it usually take to build a PC? On Thirsty Thursday, these streams are usually 4 hours. Three and a half to 4 hours. I'd say probably 3.5 on average. Scarfo with the 1000 biddies. Zach's famous last words, knock on wood. Something will go wrong during this PC. I can guarantee it at this point. The reframed way is this PC should not take a long time at all. Good chance it does, though. Louder? Yeah, I'm thinking louder. I can't find a budget motherboard for $100 that has BIOS compatible with the Ryzen 5 5500. So you can buy B450. You don't have to buy a B550 if that's what you're talking about. Almost if you buy from a reputable store, Amazon, Newegg, etc., the B450 motherboards will have the BIOS update that you need. On the box, they'll say like Ryzen 5000 series capable, or that's not the word. This one might. Yeah, look, it's right here. Look for this. Ryzen 5000 desktop ready. The older like B450 motherboards, they'll have that on there. Just look for that. Blind Tech with the 300 biddies. I have a friend of mine in Discord that just got the 9070 XT from Micro Center, and he told me he got it for testing for his YouTube video, and then let me pay close to MSRP via PayPal, and then he's gonna send me it. Can't wait to upgrade from my RTX 2060. Nice. That's a big upgrade. Very nice. We've won, I had a couple employees go to Micro Center during some of the GPU launches, but we are collectively all entering the Newegg shuffles, and I think so. Yeah, so far we've won 3 Newegg shuffles. I think we got a 2 5070 Ti's and a 5080 so far, collectively. That's the only way that we can get any of the new stuff. Mash with the 4-month tier 1 sub. Zach, go back to the drink chat. All right, Doc, what you got, man? We're gonna build this PC here after we check out Doc's drink photo. If you guys don't already know, if you go in the ! Discord, we have a whole streaming section over here. One of the sections, which is very important, is the PC giveaway. This is all the information you need to know about how to win the PC. So just follow these instructions if you have not figured it out already. Type in ! giveaway. But yeah, go here. We also have a drink photo so I can see exactly what people are sipping on. Oh, Doc's got some makers. I like that. I like that ball. That ice cube ball as well. Very nice. I'm actually not a big fan of makers though. Actually, I probably am now. I haven't had makers since I like really got into a whiskey phase. Yeah, I probably like makers at this point. The last time I had it, I did not like it, but I think I do now. I'll have to retry it. Hold with the 300 biddies. Do you know why there's a GPU and do you know why is that? Do you know why is there a... Guys, I'm not making that up. Do you know why is there a GPU and or why AMD decided to cancel their first party card? No, I don't know why they didn't do first party cards. I have no idea. Makers isn't usually my go-to, but this private barrel store pick is great. Wow. Fancy. Oh, okay. I didn't even see that. Yeah, that's fancy. Nice, Doc. That's a little bit better than my... Actually, I should probably load up on Crown. I feel like we're a day or two away from being able to buy Canadian whiskey. I feel like that that option is not going to last for too much longer. Diego with Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Ravens fan, question mark? Right. Scarfa with the 1000 says, I'm bored with alcohol as I'm spoiled by Total Wine in Delaware being a supermarket for booze. That sounds fun. Are you drinking wine? You got some? Yeah. Is it good? A Malbec. 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 Wife sipping on some Malbec over there. Sam Tech with the 1000 biddies. Hey, man. I was there for the 5090 build a couple Tuesdays ago. Looking good. I am currently getting parts for my first proper PC. Snagged both a 9800 X3D and an RTX 5080 for MSRP. Upgrading from a 3050 Ti laptop. Wow. Nice. That'll be a significant difference in your gaming experience. Please make sure you have a good monitor to go along with that. John with the $2 super chat says, Gigabyte versus MSI 3050 difference? Negligible. Buy the best price or the best aesthetics. B4 with the super chat. Hey, Zach, what's your opinion on Dr. Pepper Cream? I only drink the fake sugar sodas, so I have no idea. I'm all about the, what's it called? No, not the caramel color. That's not what I'm talking about. Not the phosphoric acid. No, not that one. Aspartame. I'm all about that aspartame. TBM Barry with 300 biddies. Can you rate my custom NAS build if I send a PC part picker? No, we don't review PC part pickers on Thirsty Thursday. I am 43 minutes into a yapping session. If we had the ability to send in PC part picker lists, I would never build a PC on these streams. So sorry, that's like our one. That's our one real rule of Thirsty Thursday. It's not a spar to me. Yeah. I used to say that like my entire life. I do remember now that it is not. That's not how you say it. Actually, that it does look right. I saw somebody pronounce it. This is Sparta. Aspartame. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a spar to me. I learned that somewhat recently. That's not. That I've been saying it wrong this whole time. I'm all about it though. A Titanic God with the 300 biddies. TTV Anger with the Twitch Prime sub. Mr. Burrito Troy with the... I think I might have messed that one up. Good morning, Zach. Building a micro ATX build for $530 by YouTube name Devin Johnson. It's nice. I love Devin Johnson's videos. I'm gonna pull it up right now, man. And then we're gonna build. Then I'll build. We'll do Devin Johnson. Johnston, I think it's. And then we'll do a ZTT build. I love this guy's builds, man. Up and coming YouTuber. I mean, he's got pretty big following already. He specializes in clean AF small form factor builds. His videography is super on point. I really like this YouTuber. Devin Johnston, if you haven't. Super clean setup, man. Yeah, I would highly recommend watching his videos. Good stuff if you're into the small form factor game. Sam Tech with the 300 bit is also upgrading from a 24-inch 1080p 144 hertz to a 34-inch 1440p 240 hertz, so it'll look pretty good, I'm hoping. So, about that. You got 9800 X3D, RTX 5080. Like, you're gonna have a great time. If it's not too late, I would recommend against a 34-inch 1440p monitor. That's not a good ratio. The number one metric of how good your monitor looks is pixel density. If you have a 1080p monitor on a 17-inch screen, it actually doesn't look terrible because it's so small. It's the same amount of pixels, but they're so small that it actually looks pretty good. A 1080p 50-inch monitor would look awful because, again, it's the same exact amount of pixels, but they're stretched out and looks terrible. 1440p 34-inch is not actually a good ratio. If you're gonna go like 32 or above, I would really recommend 4K. Anything under that, 1440p is gonna look great. You're definitely gonna enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is nitpicking. But if it's not too late, I'd reconsider it. But enjoy it. Mickey's with the 300 biddy says, how much do you love the bundles at Micro Center? Well, I would love them if I lived close to one, but I don't. They are very good, though. Ron with the 1000 biddy says, getting my first PC with a 9800 X3D and a 5070 Ti, I know the 5090 GPU has issues. Do I have anything to worry about with the 5070 burning cables? Well, with any 12-volt high-power connector card, you still do need to make sure that you plug that thing in all the way. But like outside of that, no, you don't really have to worry. That would be the number one thing to worry about. Make sure, like, consciously plug in that connector on both the power supply side and on the GPU. Make sure that thing clicks in, man. Don't mess that up. Are we ready to build? I think I'm about ready. I mean, that's a 48-minute yap session. Are you guys good? Are we ready to roll? Sam with the 300 biddy says, I did not know that. Thank you. I'll reconsider 27 inches then. There you go. Yeah, it's nitpicking, but It's just not ideal. 2 more minutes. Farming points right now. There you go. These yap sessions are only more points for you guys, so. Actually, before we build, I haven't actually shown you guys how to do the giveaway in like 6 or 7 live streams. I'm just assuming that you guys have all figured it out by now. But I know some of you haven't. So we're going to do that real quickly. And then we'll build the PC. Scarfo with another $10 dono says 48 minutes and still in the same glass. I did refill that with Coke. Yeah, dude, I'm trying to get dialed in on summer shredding. I have 1 weekly goal this week. I always have a weekly task sheet. It's got like a million things on it. And at the very top, I got weekly goals. Okay, we'll pull it up. Make sure I get the wording right. My only weekly goal of this week. Sorry, I was not ready for this. Stay dialed in for summer shredding. That's the only goal. Don't mess with my goals. I'm serious about my weekly goals, man. All right, type in !giveaway. That will take you to this website. Make sure you log in via Twitch. That way your Twitch account connects to this and you start earning points. Look, we got people entering right before our eyes. This is a raffle style giveaway for the PC. There are currently 15,000 tickets in circulation. Oh, wait. Look, I'm not even logged in. New PC. I never logged in. Hold on. Let me log in. That way I can show you how to buy stuff. Remind me later. There we go. All right, this is what it looks like once you are logged in. Over here on the left, it shows you all of the ways that you can earn points. You can earn points completely for free just by watching. You get 10 points for every 10 minutes. If you're a sub, that doubles. I currently have 1,020 giveaway points. Every ticket is 100 points. So what? I can afford 10 more tickets. I currently have 6. It shows I have 6 here. I'm going to buy my tickets. Now I have 16 tickets, and I'm down to 20 points. You do not want points. Points are just the currency, so you can buy tickets. On next Thursday, we will be raffling it off. The more tickets you have, the higher chance you have at winning. Yo, that's cheating. If I win my own PC, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll cross that bridge if we ever get there. I've been entering these giveaways since this is the 10th. This is the 10th streaming PC giveaway right here. This is the 10th one that we've done so far. I haven't won yet, but I'm trying. But yeah, so we're going to raffle that off on Thursday. At the beginning of the stream, we'll raffle it off. Add. And then we'll build the next giveaway PC. All right, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break during that ad. And then we'll immediately start building this super cheap Amazon all new parts build. Don't go anywhere. I beat the ads. Zippy Kitty with a 3-month Twitch Prime sub, thank you. A name I'm not going to say with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you as well. Evol with the Twitch Prime. Squishing with the 1000 bit, he says, what monitor would you recommend for an EVGA 3070 Ti? I'm currently on an MSI 32-inch 144 hertz. I think my advice would be not to upgrade your monitor based on your 3070 Ti. If you already have a 1080p 144, I mean, you can play like the 3070 Ti can still play some games in 1440p. Depends on how high of settings and how high of FPS you want. I'd probably just stick with what you got, though. That's a tough call. Tough call. Ad with the Twitch Prime, thank you. Zach, last question. Butter with the another super chat says, Zach, last question. Should I upgrade my RAM? I have 2666 hertz. You will definitely get a small performance increase if you go from 2666 to like 3600. Like the performance is actually there. I don't know if I would buy brand new kits just for that level of performance. If you were at the same time also gonna upgrade from like 16 gigs to 32 gigs, then I definitely would. But if you're going from like a 16 gig 2666 to a 16 gig 3600, I mean, it is cheap. I wouldn't say it's 100% necessary though. Miles with the 300 biddies. Hello, Zach. Hello. Alfred with the Twitch Prime sub. All right, thank you guys. Yap session is over. Let me turn on the recordings because this is for a YouTube video. We gotta get this show rolling. All right. Like I said, today we are building one of the cheapest possible brand new parts builds using only Amazon Prime parts. Just gonna be honest. Do I recommend doing this type of build? Absolutely not. Like, in no circumstance would I say you should build this PC. The reason why we're building this PC is to show A, that it's probably not a good idea, but at the same time, B, it's still gonna equate to a decent 1080p gaming experience. But you could do so much better if you make better choices, preferably with a used graphics card. So starting off, our brand new parts, cheapest Amazon PC. We have the Ryzen 3 4100. I think I've used this CPU one time before. It costs, hold on, $71. Ew. Like I said, I do not recommend it. This is just the cheapest it gets on Amazon. It's much cheaper than the 5500. Exactly. I would have loved to use a 5500. But we don't have that option when we're going with the cheapest possible Amazon PC. $77 for a Ryzen 3 4100. Let me get this out of the way. We're going to be plugging that into... Dude, whose Discord is open? My goodness. Is that close? Yeah. We're going to be plugging that into a Gigabyte A520M V2. Ryzen 5000 desktop ready. We don't even need that. Actually, I think we do. I think the BIOS still needs updated, but regardless. This was literally the cheapest possible AM4 motherboard when I was buying this. Pretty sure it only has two RAM slots. Not a single bell nor whistle. No BIOS flashback. It does have solid capacitors though. Thankfully. That is a feature that I've been really looking for lately. Solid capacitors. As opposed to liquid capacitors. And it's also NVMe ready, which is perfect. I'm really glad that they designated that this is NVMe ready. Okay. That's our CPU. This is our RAM. This is the cheap... Don't judge. This is the cheapest kit of RAM I could find on Amazon. It is the silicone power. There's no way this has an actual name. No name. This is just the silicone power 16 gigabyte DDR4. It is actually a 3200 megahertz, which isn't terrible. I believe the CL rating is not good. CL22. That's not ideal at all. How much was this? $22. CL22 for $22. This is the cheapest kit I could find on Amazon. For the SSD, I at one point said that I would never do this ever again, but here we are. This is a 512 gigabyte Team Group MP33. Could I have gone cheaper? Yes. I could have got like a 128. I'm not going to do that. 512 is the cheapest reasonable SSD that I could find. The MP33. This was $27. Brand new on Amazon. Okay. Again, I don't recommend this. For the power supply, this is the one thing I do recommend. This is actually pretty solid. This is the 600 watt Apevia Prestige. Remember, with power supplies, it is not about the brand. It is about the model. Apevia is not known for reliable power supplies by any stretch of the imagination. You cannot just assume that Apevia power supplies are good nor bad. This Prestige model is probably their best one. It's a 600 watt, 80 plus gold, and most importantly, tier C on the power supply tier list, on the PSU tier list, on zttbuildhelp.com. Tier C. So for $51, it's actually not terrible. Could I have gone cheaper? Yes. But gone are the days of me using a tier D, E, or F power supply. We haven't done that in like 5 years. This was the cheapest tier C power supply on Amazon. So that's why I did it. You could have gone a tad bit cheaper, but not me. I'm not going to do that. For our case, this one I do recommend as well. This is actually a good pick. We've used it several times now. This is the Okonos Aqua 3 Air. I have actually not used the Air before, but we've certainly used Okonos cases and the Aqua 3 plenty of times. But this Aqua 3 Air comes with no RGB, but 3 pre-installed 120 millimeter black fans. This is a negative airflow setup case. All of the fans are set to exhaust. So instead of forcing air with intake fans, it's negative pressure. So it's basically just trying to suck in fresh air from any place it can, and then exhaust it out the top and out the back. Negative airflow setup. We've tested the Aqua 3 plenty of times, especially with budget hardware. It has no problem cooling at all. We will not have a cooling issue with this in the slightest. It also looks super clean. It's still fish tank, and it was $60. $60. Anti-RGB build. We don't get RGB when we're buying as cheap as possible. Could I have gone cheaper? Yeah, there's like some $56 cases out there on Amazon. They all suck. This is the best one, around the $60 price. Well, I shouldn't say the best. Okonos has other options, but this is the one that I chose. And then lastly, this is a GPU that we've talked about quite a lot over the years. Who wants to guess what the GPU is for our cheapest Amazon PC as possible? Before you guess, actually. Again, could I have gone cheaper? Yes. I could have bought a fake RX 580 that's actually used, but they're selling it. Like, we're not doing that. We're not doing anything shady. This is a legit graphics card, but it's as cheap as possible. Okay, most people are on the same page. We're good to go. Actually, did he put this back in the box? This feels super light. Is there a card in? Oh my God, there is a card in here. My videographer filmed this and I was like, The box feels so lightweight. I was afraid that it wasn't actually in here. Wow, that is a lightweight card. This is the MSI Ventus RTX 3050. Not to be confused with the 12 gigabyte version. Or no, sorry, not 12. The 8 gigabyte version. No, this is the 6 gigabyte RTX 3050. I paid $185 for it, which is the exact reason why I don't recommend this GPU. But there is no RX 6600 at $185, brand new right now. So this was the best we could do. There's the total parts list. $479. All brand new parts. 4100, 16 gigs of RAM, 500 gigabyte SSD, Aqua 3, and the RTX 3050. $479, brand new. Again, if you're going to spend $479, I definitely do not recommend going down this route at all. But if you did want to buy all new parts from Amazon, this is realistically the best it's going to get. So we're going to make a YouTube video benchmarking it, definitely explaining the other options that I would take. If you were to swap this out and spend like 15 bucks more on an RX 6600, the rest of the PC wouldn't actually be terrible. You probably want more storage, better RAM, etc. But it wouldn't be nearly as bad as it's going to be. But yeah, this is as cheap as it gets, man. So that is what we're going to be building today. This build should not take long. Should not. Mab with the $3 dono, thank you. Landon with the $2 super chat says, great videos helped me build my first PC. I'm glad to hear that, but just don't build this one. Build with the tier 1. FF with the Twitch Prime. Thank you. Carlos with the 300 biddy says, you're not forget the CPU radiator, bud. Bud. Well, A, we don't need a radiator for a $479 build. But B, we're going to use the cooler that's on that bad boy. We'll be good to go. Wait, no CPU fan? We're covered. We're good to go. That will be a sweet little rig. It'll actually aesthetically look pretty good. Aesthetically, it actually won't look too bad. Let's unbox the graphics card first. About the most impressive thing of this RTX 3050. Northern Lights with the 1000 biddy says, I think I know what you're going to say, but I'm going to ask, what do you think about the 5070? If you can get one, go for it. Do I recommend a 9070 or a 9070 XT? More? Yes. But if you want to go NVIDIA, and if you can find one remotely close to MSRP, go for it. But you probably won't, unless if you live near a micro center. About the only thing that's impressive with this RTX... Oh my god, never mind, I take it back. I thought there was a backplate. There's not even a backplate. Never mind. Never mind, that is... Nope. I thought this was going to be an aesthetic... This side of the card is pretty aesthetic. I mean, that looks clean. That's what they show in the photos. I was pretty excited that this card at least looks good, but no, that side profile looks bad, and this looks atrocious. Never mind. There is nothing good about this 3050 at all. It's so cute. It is cute. I'll give you that. It is a cute graphics card. This little guy. I wish I could take my the 5090 out right now. The 5090, I would guess, would be like that compared to this little guy. This is tiny. You need a vertical mount for that? It would look better with a vertical mount, but that would increase our price too much. All right. Should we start building? It's not about the size. That's what I say, man. Scarf with another 1,000 biddies. Like my W7600 Pro, you don't have to plug it into power. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. Okay. All right. I'll... the one good thing about this 3050. I didn't even notice. No external power. That is I would consider that a good thing. It's gonna cut down on cable. Well, we have a non-modular power supply, so it doesn't really help us, but I think it's cool. That's about all I can give it, man. It's cool. Perfect for an Optiplex upgrade, yeah. Yeah, it's not a terrible idea. There are better options, of course, but it's not a terrible idea for that. No GPU sag, yes, that's true too. We are definitely not gonna have GPU sag. Yep. And we're saving money by not having to buy something to keep it propped up. Good point. Would you say decent? No, I would not. Not in a literal or sarcastic meaning. No, definitely not. Zack Attack with the 300 biddies. Thank you. No message. Landed with another super chat. Dude, I'm losing my voice. Guys, we gotta chill out. I gotta build this PC. We might... I'm starting to lose my voice after this hour and 9 minutes of yapping. We might have to switch this over to an ASMR building session. Landed with the $2 super chat says, using a 7700X and a 7800 XT. Nice. Thank you for sharing. Take a drink. Dude, I chugged almost this whole thing when I was going to the bathroom. Did I get a 97 EXC? No, I did not. No, this was the first GPU series launch where we got every NVIDIA card, which is wild. Not from NVIDIA, Asus, MSI, etc. We got every NVIDIA card so far. No AMD cards. I don't know who's responsible for that. You would think it would be the opposite, but here we are. All right, here's our little... This is also a cute motherboard, I would say. No M.2 screw. Okay. This is a fancy one. We got ourselves a fancy motherboard. It's got the little plastic thing instead of an M.2 screw. Okay. All right. Not bad. Do you think the 9070 and the XT prices will increase? They are definitely increasing. Retailers have already confirmed that the prices we saw today were only the prices for the first batch of those GPUs. The prices are going to go up after this first batch, which are already sold out. Here is our Ryzen 3 4100, and here is the CPU cooler we're going to be using. So with AM4, we're going to unlatch it right there. We're going to rotate to make sure our gold triangle fits this tiny... They actually don't make this super obvious like they used to. It used to be like a big gold arrow. Now it's just a tiny white arrow that you can barely see. But with AM4, the Ryzen text is literally always rotated 90 degrees clockwise, like that. I'll put that in there. Make sure all the pins go in there. It cannot move at all. We're gonna latch that down. Zero force on AM4 latching system. And our CPU is now installed. Rotate our motherboard a little bit. We will install our embarrassing DDR4 silicone power sticks again, as cheap as possible on Amazon. No heat spreader necessary. Just all black action here. Actually, this side of the RAM doesn't look terrible. I mean, that's the definition of as clean as it gets. There's nothing on there at all. That's not bad. No branding. Another positive. No branding. Now we have our 500 gigabyte Team Group MP33. If I can get it out of the plastic. Por favor. Hello. There we go. For this motherboard, It actually is fancy. We don't have to use an M.2 screw. We just pull out this little, oh my God, that little plastic tab right there. We put in the SSD into the slot right here, push it down, and then just push that plastic tab back in its place, and the SSD is now secure. And then finally for our CPU cooler, here we're going to do a little work. We're going to put a little cheap motherboard design. No, the plastic is actually nice. That's better than using a screw. For the CPU cooler though, we're going to do a little action here. So by default, this is the one thing that I've never understood. I have never understood this about AM4 CPU coolers. It is extremely frustrating. It's been like this for almost a decade, the entire lifespan of AM4. By default, if you were to install this, it would look like this, with the AMD logo rotated at 9 o'clock. You could install it like this, but then the cable routing is a little bit weird. This is normally how people do it. Actually, this way doesn't look... cable routing, that's actually not terrible. But either way, it can only be like this, or it can only be like this. Why does AMD not have this rotated towards the top by default? That way, like, the letters actually line up and are legible. I have no idea. But this is how you fix that. It's a little bit of work, unfortunately. First, we're going to flip it upside down. And we're going to get a tiny screwdriver and unscrew these two little screws. Depending on what version of the stock cooler it comes with, there's several different versions. It's either going to be one screw or two screws. This one has two screws. So we'll remove those two screws. And then from there, I put my thumbs in the center, and then these fingers are going to like lift out and over. Like that. That way we can pop this off. If you wanted to paint the shroud of your CPU cooler, that's exactly how you would do it. Pop it off just like that. Now we got to switch over to a bigger screw bit, and we have to unscrew these 4 screws to completely remove the fan assembly off of the heatsink so we can rotate it. Hopefully you guys are tracking. So we'll uninstall one screw, 2 screws. This is screw number 3. And then this is screw number 4. So now, I'm not going to rotate it yet. This is how it would be by default, or like this. The AMD logo is where these 2 screw holes are. So we can pick this up and then just rotate this 90 degrees and then reinstall it on top of the heatsink. I don't know why they don't do that by default. It makes 0 sense to me. If I started working at AMD, this would be the #1 thing on my priority list. But yeah, now we're going to screw all these back down and we'll be good to go. Did you guys all track that? Are we good to go? Would that make sense? You definitely don't have to do this either. This is just if you value aesthetics at an elite level. Noted? We're good to go? Why would you do that? Because a lot of people don't like the text in products or like literally anything to be messed up like that. We like our stuff looking clean, you know? It's just it's attention to detail. You certainly do not have to do it. It's just a little bit of attention to detail. Oh, why would they ruin the aesthetic? I have no idea. It makes no sense. I honestly think it was just an oversight, and then they just never bothered to care. Because if I can do it like this very easily, then why don't they just do it from the factory? So I'm going to make sure that all 4 of those screws are tight. And now we have those little screw holes up at the top and I can install the CPU like this. I'm just gonna put this back on, and you kind of like bend the circle outward. That way it goes up and around and clicks into place. You definitely do not need to reinstall those 2 screws right here. I'm just gonna throw those away. That plastic shroud is absolutely not going anywhere. And there we go. Now we'll be able to install this on our motherboard with the AMD logo up top. That's all you gotta do, man. Give me a 1 in chat if you think that was worth the 3 or 4 minutes. Give me a 2 if you would never do something like that. If you think that's completely worthless. A 1 if you think that's worth 3 or 4 minutes. A 2 if... Oh, wow. Wow, that's all 1s. Oh, wow. Okay. No, that's good. I didn't expect you guys to think like that, though. I like it. That is almost exclusively all 1s. Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, the entire time that I was showing you how to do that, I thought like most of you were like, wow, he is wasting all of his time. I am glad we're all on the same page. Very cool. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna snooze this ad in 52 seconds. That way we can at least finish the motherboard prep before the next ad. 7? Okay, yep, 7. Got it. So now the very last thing we got to do for the motherboard prep is we do have to uninstall these plastic bridges that come on every AM4 motherboard. We do not need those for our stock CPU cooler. We do need the back plate that these were screwed into, because that's what we're going to use for the CPU cooler. We will unscrew those. And then if I were to lift this motherboard up, here's the back plate. Just leave that on there. Just leave that on the box. That way they come out there. And then that's what these 4 screws are gonna screw into. The stock Ryzen CPU cooler does come with thermal paste. I am just gonna leave that on there. There's no plastic on it. Line up all 4 of these screws with our now AMD logo up at the top. I'm gonna just give these like a little quarter turn to make sure I'm evenly applying pressure. Sometimes you do gotta apply a good amount of pressure on this stock CPU cooler to get it to dig into that backplate. And then once all 4 of them are at least quarter turned, then I can fully tighten them, continuing the star pattern to apply nice even pressure across the CPU. One more down here. Like that. And then I'm going to take the CPU cooler or the fan PWM connector right there. I'm going to take this cable and just slide it, tuck it in under here right next to the RAM sticks. That way we don't see it. Like that. Wow, those RAM sticks are kind of sharp. And then there we go. Our motherboard prep is now complete. We got the A520M motherboard with a Ryzen 3 4100 installed. Stock Ryzen cooler right on top of it. 16 gigs of DDR4. The silicone power. As cheap as possible RAM sticks. And then a Team Group MP33 512 gigabyte SSD. It actually doesn't look terrible. Aesthetic wise, kind of clean. Kind of clean. At least we're making some progress though. Again, for the people that join in and out of the stream, I do not recommend this PC. This is as cheap as an Amazon build can get. That's the only reason we're building it. Amish Kid with the tier 1 sub, thank you. Galaxy with the Twitch Prime. Artist with the Twitch Prime. James Danger Boy with the tier 1 resub. Schmo, tier 1. Luke with the 300 biddies says, need that giveaway. Best of luck. TK Soul with the tier 1. Climax with the Twitch Prime. Charnold with the Twitch Prime. Scarfo with the 300 biddies says, okay, lurk mode for me. Good night and good luck on the build. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Cactus and Samuel, thanks for the super chats. Appreciate it. What's the total price of this build? $479. All brand new parts on Amazon. I do not recommend spending your money this way. There's several tweaks that you can make that would make this a much better gaming PC. But if you only want to buy new parts, this is about as cheap as it gets right now. Without buying like weird stuff. Brother with the Twitch Prime. Shen with the tier 1. Thank you guys. The best part is the case. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the case is the thing. The case is the one component I recommend the most out of this whole thing. For sure. Yeah, I would use this case up to like a $700-800 build, no problem. You said $900 in Discord? Oh, did I not change the Discord message? My bad. Yeah, no, I completely forgot. My bad. I prefer used parts mostly. Yeah, if I were to make changes for this, I would definitely upgrade the 4100 to a 5500 for like 10 bucks more. Or no, it's like 20 bucks more actually. Yeah, I would still do that. I would go up to a 5500. We got an ad break starting soon. I'll keep building after that. Definitely get better RAM kits. Definitely get a 1 terabyte SSD. All of that would cost more money, but then I would save money by buying a cheaper, used, but still better graphics card. You could keep it all at the same price. Did you build the PC or are you still yapping? We have built the motherboard so far. The motherboard is prepped. We have an ad break starting in 20 seconds. Once the ad break is over, wow, this thing, dude, this motherboard is tiny. Once the motherboard is, or once the ad break's over, we'll do the power supply real quick and then put the Lego pieces together. Blind Tech with another 300 biddies says, I heard from my friend that the Ryzen 7 5700/5800 X3D would be the minimum to pair with my 9070 XT. Is that true? Or is my Ryzen 5 5500 fine? I can't do 2 upgrades at the same time since I'm trying to flip more PCs. Yeah, I definitely would not do a 5500 with a 9070 XT. I don't even know if the 5700 X3D is good enough because you can't really buy a 5800 X3D anymore. I don't even know if the 5700 X3D is good enough, man. Your 5500 is definitely going to bottleneck your 9070 XT. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Kojim with the $10 super chat says, finished my new build today. Ryzen 9 7900X. Tomahawk. PNY RTX 5080, 64 gigs of RAM, 10 terabytes of storage. Fractal Design North, nice. Coming from a GTX 1070 and an i7 6700K, I'm so happy. You should be happy, man. That is a crazy upgrade with a crazy build. Nice work. That's really good. Red with the super chat. I love your videos and enjoy your content a lot. You're the GOAT. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. What are ads? Says Bo with the ZTT badge next to his name. I don't know, Bo. It's an unfortunate thing that some people have to go through, but it does finance the channel, so I appreciate it. Just Ab with the Twitch Prime. Thank you. As soon as the all right, I'll pour one more baby Crown and Coke, and then we'll call it a day. We'll go a little bit more than that. Just a little bit. Squish him with another 5 tier 1 gifted subs. My goodness. Thank you very much, Squish. Squishin's been giving me and Twitch money all night. Thank you. Much appreciated, man. You need to make it louder. Yeah, I agree. God bless ad blocker. There you go. I had to switch my ad blocker today. uBlock, I don't know if you guys saw, but uBlock Origin no longer works with Google Chrome. So I had to switch over today. And now it keeps asking me to upgrade to premium. Oh my God. I'm drinking Crown and Blackberry Dr. Pepper. Sounds like a good combo. Nice. There's a workaround for uBlock. It's already been taken care of. We're good to go. Not going back to uBlock now. Too late. ad blocker giving ads. The product does work. I don't mind. That I don't mind. They're trying to sell a premium version with better features than what comes for free, but the free product actually provides me a lot of value. I don't care if they show me an ad in that specific scenario. What are you using now then? It's just called ad blocker, I think. I think it's just called ad blocker. It's the #1 ad blocker on the Chrome web store. I don't know a whole lot about other ones, but yeah, so far it looks fine. It worked right away. I was writing a lot of videos today, a lot of scripts for videos, and I was going through my normal news outlets, and I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot that these websites have so many ads on there because uBlock doesn't work. But as soon as I got AdBlock, they all went away again. Doya with the $4.20 dono. Thank you. Nice. Finished my build today, coming from an i5-6500 and a 1060 to a 9800X3D and a 5090. If you're playing mainly esport games, would you rather have the CPU be more high-end than the GPU? It depends on what your definition of high-end is. That's a really good build, so enjoy it. It's no matter what game you're playing, PC gaming is all about balance. You want your CPU to be balanced with your GPU. Now, there is some wiggle room, though. If you are mainly playing esport games, Valorant, CSGO, etc., it would make sense to spend a little bit more money on your CPU compared to what you would normally do with a balanced system. You know, like, I don't want to give a bad example. Let's just leave it at that, because every GPU is impossible to find right now, so I can't even provide a good example. But that doesn't mean that you should ever spend more money or really equate the amount of money of the CPU and GPU. Like, that doesn't really matter. It's all about the performance balance, not the money balance, you know? Like a 9800X3D at the end of the day is only $400. That's a very expensive CPU, but compared to GPUs, like, there's not a lot of $400 GPUs. Mid-range GPUs are more than that these days. So, like, don't get confused with that. I don't feel like that was too valuable, but hopefully it helped. RKT with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. All right, we're gonna build. 3D print anything cool lately? Oh my god. Who is following me on Instagram stories? I've been posting every day what I've been 3D printing. This is, I'm currently doing a 4.5-day build. Or print, I should say. This is the current update on it. I am currently printing my first ever full-sized 3D printed basketball. This is after 3 days. Yes, airless basketball. Thank you for following. The ETA for my new airless basketball, I have a couple airless basketball, tennis ball, etc. But this is my first full-size basketball. The ETA is 5:55 a.m. on Saturday. Less than 2 days away. I cannot wait. I really hope it doesn't mess up. I got the battery backup going, the APC, like if the power flickers, like we're good to go. But it's pretty nerve-wracking doing a 5-day print. It's ridiculous. What filament? It's a flex PLA. There are definitely better filaments out there for basketballs, but they cost like $50. Like, and you use the full spool for a full-sized airless basketball. Once I get dialed in with the Flex PLA, which is a little bit cheaper, I'll consider using better filament, but I don't want to spend $50 per airless basketball. Like, it's not a wise investment. But I'm so excited, man. Like, ever since the concept of 3D printing in airless basketballs was a thing, this was the main reason why I liked the 3D printed hobby, and I just never never printed it because it takes 5 days. You need special filament, etc. So I'm super excited for this. I hope it doesn't mess up. Average Chelsea fan with the $5 super chat says, I built my PC with a 9400 and an RX 5700 XT. 32 gigs of RAM. I can get between 60 to 75 FPS on Red Dead Redemption 2. Nice. Nice. Thank you for the $5 dono. Nara with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. I have an A1 Mini and I love my 3D printer. Very nice. Oh, I have a new 3D printer. I didn't even tell you guys about this yet. So Bamboo sent me the X1 Carbon and the A1 months ago. They've been, well, they haven't been rock solid. I've broken both of them, repaired them. We've had a couple issues. Not really Bamboo's fault. Those have been rock solid though. Elegoo, who I was already buying their filament. Elegoo just came out. I don't even think it's released yet. What's it called? I don't know how to say that word. Centauri? 3D printers will know what I'm talking about because this is, yeah, that one. This is like the new 3D printer that all the 3D printing YouTubers are talking about, like this week. I think it's launching this week. But they sent me that one. It's an enclosed 3D printer for, I think, $300, which is super cheap. It looks really nice. All the reviews have been really $299, yeah. All the reviews have been very, very positive so far from what I've seen. I have to unbox it, get it set up and whatnot. But I'm very excited to test that one out. It looks very cool. It's like a Bamboo clone, as far as I know, for a fraction of the price. Ela with the tier 1 sub, thank you. Hello, directly from Brazil. Nice. Hello. All right, here's our Apivia Prestige. We don't have any cable extensions. This is a non-modular power supply. There is going to be zero prep outside of unboxing it. And then we'll be good to go. And untwist tying it. Do you have Bamboo Studio on your PC? Yeah. Hello, indirectly from Brazil? Hello. VPN, maybe? Alright. Here's our Prestige. The Prestige does have big, bulky, braided cables. Good for quality, not great for cable management. Trying to find a spot for this beefy bundle of cables isn't the most fun thing, but we will make do. One thing that I am going to do, actually, just to try to help with cable management a little bit, is let's get our... Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't even need those. We only need a 4+4. That's not 4+4. We only need a 4+4 and our 24 pin for this build. That's it. We don't need anything else. We can actually zip tie... Zoom that out a little bit. We can actually zip tie this extra bundle. Or not zip tie. We can just use the twist tie that it came with. That way we don't have to worry about this bundle. We only need these two cables. That way in the case, these aren't all over the place. I hated cable management with that PSU. This is the one downfall of it. Yep. Again, this is the absolute best value tier C budget power supply that you can get. And it's been like that for probably 2 years now. The Apivia Prestige 600 watt. Tier C. But yeah, the bundle of cables is not fun. But since this is such a basic build, it shouldn't be that big of an issue. All right. Now we got our case. Again, this is the Okeanos Air. Okeanos Aqua 3 Air. Sorry. $60. Micro ATX. Comes pre-installed with 3 all-black, non-ARGB fans. It is a negative airflow setup. So all of these fans are configured for exhaust. It does work. I've used this plenty of times with budget hardware. No cooling issues whatsoever. And again, I say this almost every time, but Okeanos comes up super clutch with the with the USB-C cable. We do not have a USB-C connector on our motherboard, so we can't use it. But I love that Okanos makes this a priority and includes this, because you do not see this in 95% of budget cases like that. So that's very cool. It just doesn't help us today. All right. Now we'll get our IO shield first. Don't want to forget that. I have that same case. Nice. Average Chelsea fan with another $2 super chat says, I have that same exact case. Wow. Couple of you with this case. No surprises there. No surprises. This has been rock solid for budget builds. I don't even think I need extra standoffs with this. This is a tiny motherboard, man. I think this has all of the standoffs that we need. Yeah. Yeah, it does. We're gonna have a with the small motherboard, we're gonna have a little bit longer of a route for that cable right there, but it's all good. It's all good. How much was it? $60. I think I have seen it for sale less than that too. It is the Okanos Okanos Aqua 3 Air. There is also an Okanos Aqua 3, just the normal one that has 3 ARGB fans. This is the Aqua 3 Air though, which is just all black. What is the total cost of the PC? $479. All brand new parts on Amazon. If you're joining late, I do not recommend this is how you spend $497 or $79. The purpose is for a YouTube video where we're going to explain all of that. This was just the cheapest Amazon PC possible. Is that an LTT screwdriver? Yes, it is. I gotta save my voice. Oh my god. That was a crazy yap session. I didn't even like really go into tangents. You guys were just coming in hot with the sub messages, the YouTube super chat messages, the biddies. I mean, my voice is it's gonna be hurting tomorrow. I definitely got to do some lemon ginger tea before I go to sleep tonight. Have you heard about... No, I have not. Is that a case manufacturer? I have not seen them. Okay. There we go. Motherboard is connected. Or screwed in, I should say. Now we're going to connect the case's cables. I do have to untwist tie this here. This twist tie, yeah, that's not going to be quite enough slack, so I will untwist tie that a little bit. I'm actually gonna twist tie this, bend that USB-C connector a little bit because we don't need that. Re-twist tie it. Now we have a little bit more slack for all of these cables. Gonna plug in the USB 3.0 right there at the front. We have all of these guys right here. The power LED, power switch, and reset switch, which we typically don't have. But we do because there's no RGB action here. Oh my god, our front panel connector is in a very, very, very weird spot on this motherboard. My goodness. That is just uncomfortable. This white header right here is for the front panel connector. I have never seen that before in my life. It is 99% of the time down in the right hand, the bottom right corner. This right here is the front panel connector. That is how budget this motherboard is. Oh my god, that's so weird. Not a big deal. Especially since I can just fit them all right up through here. But it is just weird. And now my bearings are all jacked up because now I'm looking at this sideways. But all will be well. Boom. There we go. That's plugged in. And then the last one is HD audio. Hopefully that's in the normal spot. Yeah, that's in the normal bottom left corner of the motherboard. Gonna plug that in. And then all of the... Oh, we got one more. We got a PWM connector. Actually, that's not PWM. Just a 3-pin fan header. Connector, I should say. Oh my god, there is one. Oh my god, I was freaking out. I didn't think there was a single... Oh my god, there's one fan header. It's in a terrible spot. It's right here. There's a single fan header on this motherboard. And it's right there. It's awful. That's awful. I don't think we have a long enough cable. No, but I think I have an extension. This is my little handy bag of goodies here. Yeah, we'll use one of these. This is just a 12-inch PWN fan extension. You wouldn't absolutely need this. Like, you could plug this in, but then it's daisy chain and it won't look as good. So I'm just gonna use one of those. That wraps up and around like this. Oops, sorry. And then I can just plug this in like that. This bundle of cable up here are the three fans that were pre-installed that are already daisy chained. We can just do that real quick and then we'll be fine. I think I'm just going to stuff all of this down here like that. And I don't think we'll really have an issue. We can zip tie this real quick. And that should be all we need. Cactus with the super chat says, my friend is building a PC for $400. What parts? Do you think that I can just like whip up the parts list like right in my head, like while I'm building a different PC? I'm not capable of that. I mean, I probably am if I really, really needed to, but here's the part picker list. Just in my head, man. Thank you for the super chat, but sorry, I can't provide that for you off the top of my head. Average Chelsea fan with another $2 super chat. Oh no, I already read that one. Thank you again, though. You are a guru. I mean, I'll agree with that. I'll humbly agree to that. I am not ChatGPT, though. I may have the knowledge that needs to be processed and tweaked before giving it to you. I'm not ChatGPT where I can just deliver instantly. Sorry. What are your monitors? I have two obnoxious Asus 32-inch 4K OLEDs that they sent. That's a little too expensive for me. They're crazy good monitors. Overkill? You can't really say it's overkill now. I officially have a 5090 build. Like that. That's exactly what these monitors are designed for. Are they overkill for the World of Warcraft and the Lego Fortnite that I play with my 5-year-old? Yeah. Absolutely. The whole thing's overkill. That I agree with. For sure. Do your giveaways come with monitors? No. Sorry. You have to provide the monitor yourself, unfortunately. All right, cut that zip tie. And then now we can install our motherboard. Or, sorry, power supply. Gonna put that face down. We got the fan. Put that face down so it can intake fresh air from underneath the case. Just like that, and then I'm gonna use the 4 screws that it came with. Oh wow, these are fancy screws. Wow, I don't remember a Pivia doing this. Thumb screws. No, that can't be right. Is it? Yeah, I think they did come with these. Or with... Yeah, they were in the bag. How... I want to say that they were the... I'm going to use them for the case. I'm not going to use thumb screws for the power supply. If a PV actually... No, I got the case screws right here. Wow. It did come with that. A power supply with thumb screws. I don't think I've seen that. Even though I've used... I probably have. I'm just brain farting, but... I've used the Apivia like dozens of times. I don't remember that at all, though. Do giveaway points reset after every giveaway? Yes, they have to, man. As much as I would like for some of you guys to increase your chances of winning, we've been doing this for over a year. If I didn't reset them, then people that have been watching for a year would have a way higher chance of winning, and everybody new would have like virtually no chance. So yeah, we reset them every month. I think that's the most fair way to do it. There's pros and cons. How do you enter the giveaway? Type in ! giveaway. Log in with Twitch. You should be able to figure it out from there. If you really need help, type in ! giveaway help. All right, so first I'm going to take that bundle that we twist tied, and I'm just going to put that in the 3.5-inch hard drive tray in the PSU basement, because we do not need any of that. Gonna stuff it all in there. Again, these are thick cables, and we have a lot of them since our GPU doesn't need power cables. So even this bundle, twist tied, is barely fitting in here. Which is entertaining. But there we go. Now we have our 24 pin. Gonna route that up. This is gonna be the ugliest thing of this build. The Okonos Aqua 3 has a large space here in between where the cable comes out and the motherboard, where the motherboard connects. So we're really gonna... It's a pretty long... It's only worse because our motherboard is a very slim motherboard. But not a big deal, especially with a build that costs what this costs. And then finally we have our 4+4. Then I'm gonna route up and through here. This is definitely a little bit difficult because it has fans. We got all this fan action and not a lot of wiggle room at all. But that is connected. And then, believe it or not, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I told you this build, this build was not going to take long. What was that? Before we install the graphics card, I'm going to do a little, maybe 3 total zip ties and we'll be done. How do you feel about George Pickens? I absolutely love his ability. Little concerned by his diva-ness. Steelers have a consistent track record of drafting diva wide receivers. George Pickens is definitely can definitely be one of them, but when he gets dialed in, I mean, he is just insane. If the Steelers would provide him with a good quarterback, I think he would definitely be a top 5 receiver in the league. Definitely has the hands, athleticism, etc. I think he has to figure out the mental game to truly be elite. And I think he has the potential to do it. But we will see. All right, there's our cable management. Super clean. Let's install our back panel now. What do you guys think of George Pickens? What is the ZTT Thirsty Thursday chat's opinions on George Pickens? Overrated. Dude, Doc, If you weren't a mod, that'd be an instant ban. Overrated? He's that guy? That's what I'm talking about. That's a good opinion. That's the correct opinion. To Galaxy. Correct. He's that guy. W, bro. Yeah. Yeah, if you think he's overrated, man, you gotta get out. He is legitimately underrated, if anything. Jalen Hurts is the GOAT. Jalen Hurts is probably my favorite non-Steeler player. Right? Probably. I really like his vibe. Class act. Spits out motivational quotes. I like him. I like him. I hate the Eagles, don't get me wrong. But yeah, he's probably my favorite non-Steeler player right now. Aaron Rodgers to the Berg? I certainly hope not. My God. I'm all in on Justin Fields, man. I really hope that they also go all in on Justin Fields. What is this? Ugh. These are the breakaway tabs. We just definitely don't want to break the wrong ones. There we go. Oh, so this is what I was talking about. I don't know how many of you saw my video or heard me talk about this before, but when you, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Check this out. Whenever you use these oh no, we got snooze this app. Snooze, snooze, snooze. Whenever you are using a budget case, it will typically come with the breakaway PCIe adapters right here. You have to physically wiggle them back and forth to break them off of there. And it is highly recommended to do that before you install your motherboard for this exact reason. There is almost always capacitors right next to that. So when I do this back and forth wiggle action, I have to be super careful. And this one is like as bad as it gets because it oh my God, it hits that capacitor like right away. And I don't think that I can bend it outward. So like this, I mean, this is gonna require some serious finesse here. Let me remove this, give myself enough space. But this is why I always recommend. Yeah, wow, this is gonna be really tough not to break this. Just very small wiggle movements, man. This I'm actually kind of worried about. So what else the other thing I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to. I can't really do this while showing you on camera. The angle's not going to be right, but I'm going to try to bend the breakaway PCIe bracket upwards so it... I don't even know if I can do this. Yeah, I mean, it's hitting I've hit the capacitor like 3 times already. Let me, yeah, I mean, this is probably the worst case scenario. I'm glad we're finally going through this. I'm going to try to use a screwdriver. Wow, that's tough. To try to bend this upward away from the capacitor, but there's just no... It is so close. Wow. How do I want to do this? There's like no room to bend this. I don't know how well... I want to make sure I'm showing this to you guys. I mean, those capacitors are right there. They are right there, man. Can't bend it outward. This is tough. I don't think oh, I got it. Okay. All right, so I have successfully bent the PCIe bracket up and towards me. Try and get it so you can see it. That way it is away from the capacitor. Can you see that? There you go. Now, I have plenty of room to wiggle that back and forth without hitting anything. That is exactly why I say that in every video. This is how it came out. That's crazy. That's probably the absolute worst that it can get, which that was pretty tough. That one's got my scalp sweating a little bit. I don't want to break that capacitor. You definitely could have just uninstalled the motherboard, but we ain't got time for that. Yeah, that was tough. Motherboard killer there if not done properly. Yep, exactly. It's always like the ideal thing to do is to, you don't have to install the motherboard, just kind of set the motherboard in there real quickly. Look at where the PCIe bracket is, or I'm sorry, where the GPU 16X PCIe slot is. Figure out which brackets you have to remove. Just pull the motherboard out, break them off, and then install the motherboard. That is ideal. The hard part is just remembering to do that. This one's got plenty of clearance. That one can just break off, just like that. That's how the process should go if you don't have those capacitors there. Very simple. But yeah, that's exactly why I tell you guys that all the time. Why does it feel like this already happened? Because I say it every single time. This was just the first time where it was really bad. Why not take them all out? Because then you'll be left with a huge gap there, and it'll not only sacrifice your airflow, but it will look crazy. You don't want just a big hole in your PC case. All right, so you're gonna install the 3050, just like that. Gonna get some screws for it. Should be good. Just take one off? No, you gotta take two off, man. The GPU won't... You won't be able to install the GPU without bending something if you don't take them both off. It's a 2-slot GPU. Oh yeah, I always forget. Okanos uses the weird screws for their GPU slots. That card is ugly. It is not a good-looking card. You are correct. That is correct. All right, I think it's this screw. Okanos, for whatever reason, their screw slots for securing the GPU is not this. No, that's not it. Is not the standard screw. I don't know if they know this. I talk about this as well every single time. There we go. Got one secured. Gonna secure the other one. GPU. Oh, almost lost. Oh. So unnecessary. Thankfully, this is magnetic. I don't know if that'll... Oh my god. This is just very typical things going wrong. The screw bit on the screwdriver fell into the GPU. That's such an unnecessary complication in the build. I think I'll be able to flip the build upside down and it'll fall out, but I'm not 100% sure. So unnecessary. Let's clean up before we do that though. I did that today too. Nice. That's just obnoxious. This is what I get for saying that this build will go super quickly. I don't know if I'm gonna show this to you before. The drill bit is inside the graphics card. The drill bit is like right in there. Let's try to, I don't know. I guess just try to... Oh, there we go. Bang! Let's go. That's out. We just had to put the PC upside down. No big deal. It's all good. It's all good. Put this little cover back on. Screw in the screw, and then we're done. Boom. There we go. That is the $479 all Amazon brand new parts PC. It actually doesn't look terrible. It's all black. I mean, it's pretty minimal. That GPU is pretty ugly, I'll give you that. But other than that, it's, yeah, actually clean. I agree. Actually clean. If you are joining late, no, I do not recommend you build this PC at all. This is a Ryzen 3 4100, 16 gigs of CL22 DDR4, a 512 gigabyte SSD, and an RTX 3050 6 gigabyte. I do not recommend you buy this or build this. But if you, for whatever reason, only wanted to buy from Amazon and buy all new parts and make it as cheap as possible, this is what you'd be looking at most likely. We're gonna have a full YouTube video about this. Definitely gonna be talking about like what I would upgrade, why I wouldn't do this, benchmarking it to see what it is capable of. Because at the end of the day, it's still gonna play games in 1080p. It's not like it's not gonna work. It's still gonna be decent in 1080p. My audio shut off. My PC went to sleep. Hold on. There we go. We back? All right, we're good. But yeah, there we go. That's it. Before we go to after hours Q&A, I'm gonna take one more bathroom break real quick. That way we can earn some more points for the giveaway. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. After hours. Boom. PC complete. Can you guys see it? It's kind of dark. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Prison Mike with the Twitch. Prison Mike with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. Abdullah with the $5 super chat says, "Can you shout out Ramadan Kareem?" There you go. Painful the 300 bit. He says the screwdriver comes with a magnetic bit. Oh, I forgot I should have used that. Oh, that's what I even said. It's magnetic. I brain farted there. Yeah, I forgot that the LTT screwdriver has a magnetic bit. I would have been able to just pull that out of there. Too late. My bad. Original with the Twitch Prime sub. Average Chelsea fan with the $2 super chat says you should do an all eBay build for $500. I don't recommend all used parts. Case, SSD, power supply. Nah, I don't want to buy that used. What's your thoughts on the Corsair 3500X? I think if you want to buy a big brand case and not spend a ton of money, it's a good idea. If you're willing to try budget case brands that like the casual audience doesn't really know about, Okanos, Sama, DIY PC, etc., Montech, you can get better value than the 3500X. Legendary with the super chat says first PC build tomorrow, X99 combo from Ollie and an RX 580. Nice. Nice. Hope it all works for you. Cheapest full ATX case. I don't know what the absolute dirt cheapest is, but the most valuable one I would say for ATX is definitely the Montech XR. You can get the Montech XR for $65. ATX, fish tank, 3 pre-installed ARGB fans. I don't think you can beat that for $65. The Montech XR is really, really good ATX value. Who is the best pre-built supplier? ZTTbuilds.com. Are you going to do the benchmarks here? No. No, Sam, my employee Sam is going to do that tomorrow. And then we'll make the YouTube video about this. This YouTube video actually isn't going to go out for a little bit. I thought it was going to go out sooner, but I forgot that, speaking of Steelers from a while ago, I'm building Darnell Washington, tight end on the Steelers. I'm building his PC. I actually just ordered the remaining parts today. And I think I'm making a long form video on that, and we got to get that out kind of soon. I don't want him to wait too much longer. And I have a different ad that can't be on this video. It's the whole thing. The video for this isn't going to be out for a little bit. When is the next YouTube video? Not till next Friday. Long form isn't until next Friday. We got 3 shorts going out every single day. Oh my God, can you meet him? I did meet him. I made a search ZTT Darnell Washington. I went to his house and helped him. And helped him with his current PC. Now I'm building him a ZTT PC. He's got a Darnell currently has a Best Buy pre-built. We're stepping it up a notch for him. I remember when you missed his DM. We've come a long way, man. We've come a long way. I just talked to him today, actually. We've come a long way from that missed DM. But that missed DM video is the reason why him and I are still talking. Squish with the five more, I should say. Tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Squishing's been going off. Appreciate it. What do you think about DK Metcalf wanting out of Seattle? We were just talking about this at the office today. I would love to see DK Metcalf on the Steelers. Apparently, I think Steelers is like a top 3 option for him, according to Schefter. I know there's some concerns about his diva-ness as well. But he is just a freak of an athlete, man. I would love to see Metcalf on one side, Pickens on the other. Ooh. Oh, that'd be nasty. Cam with the tier 1. COD with the tier 1. Thank you. Thank you very much. Chelsea fan with another $2 super chat. All parts from eBay, new or used? Yeah, that might swing it. I don't really know the benefit of that though. Like the benefit of an Amazon build is you could literally order all these parts and they're here tomorrow, depending on where you live. So, some cities you could get this in 4 hours with 4-hour shipping. With eBay, there's no real advantage of only using eBay. JD Chats also gifted out tier 1 sub. Thank you. Do you review setups? Not really. If there's a good enough one that like I have an angle on it to make a video on it, then I do, but that's rarely. I want to do more of those. Every time I do them, those videos perform really well. Zach, will my 5600X that's on my inventory work better with my 9070 XT than my current 5500? I mean, yeah, 5600 is objectively better than a 5500. Yeah, I mean, without question. All Temu build? No, I'm not about that Temu life. I don't know much about Temu, to be honest. I've seen some YouTubers do like the all Temu builds. Temu emails me every single week. I haven't responded to a single one of them. It's just not a... Like, I mean, I'm a fan of AliExpress. I don't know how big of a difference there is from AliExpress and Temu. It's just not an avenue that I've ever explored. Where can I join the Discord? Type in !Discord. Or just go to zaxtechdrift.com/Discord. Or discord.gg/ZTT. Any of those will work. Do more collabs with Mr. Yeaster. I have a collab coming up. Well, that's a good idea. I want to. He just texted me yesterday, actually. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I just realized I never responded. I hate people when they don't respond to text. I'm gonna do that as soon as the stream's over. But B, he texted me with a new project that he's working on, and it's really cool. I don't know if it's a collab though. I'm not sure. When do the Tuesday streams start? It's always 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. The best way to know is to join the !Discord and go to the stream. There's a stream schedule tab. So I stream every Thursday, sometimes Tuesdays as well. All Jawa PC. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have done that. I don't want to heavily promote Jawa. I promote them enough. I don't want it to come off like sellout-ness. I gotta balance. That's a balancing act. Gabe with the super chat says, thoughts on my Ryzen 3900X and 5700 XT, thinking of upgrading? Yeah, I would upgrade both. He used to glaze Jawa. I mean, I have equity in the company. I wouldn't call that glazing. That's just working. That's just the definition of working. Do you know Carter PCs? Of course I know Carter PCs. When is the last day I can put my entries in? Oh, I'm really glad you said that. Thank you. Because this very well might be the last stream before the giveaway, go to ! Giveaway right now and convert your... Thank you for saying that, man. I almost forgot. Or I did forget. Convert your points to tickets now. Because if, for whatever reason, you're not here for the next Thursday, you don't want to have points remaining there. You want to convert all of your points to tickets. So I would just do that now. Just in case if you think that you're going to be here next Thursday and for family issue comes up or whatever, you can't make it. Convert those tickets now, or convert those points right now. Yeah, do that right now. Because the next stream very well might be the raffle stream. It all depends on if I stream on Tuesday or not. I'm not sure. Squishing with the 300 biddies. Thoughts on using a Nintendo NES controller as a GPU SAG bracket? Also, more gifted to come next week. I ain't done. Thank you. Thank you, Squish It, man. I really appreciate it. I think that sounds like a good idea. Numpty with the 1000 says, forgot to mention 1 week till F1. Let's go. Where's it first? Australia? Is it the Australian Grand Prix as the first one this year? Yes, I'm very excited. 1 more week. And we got big UFC fights this weekend too. Except no, it's not Bahrain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Australian Grand Prix. It's not Bahrain. It was Bahrain last year. I don't know how that works. I'm a new Formula One fan. I know Bahrain was first last year. I'm building an F1 Lego right now. Nice. It is Australia? Yeah. I don't know. Does that switch every year? I'm not entirely sure how that works. I just knew it wasn't Bahrain. How are you liking the height Y70 so far? I'm considering getting one. That's a great question. I have strong feelings about the height Y70. The biggest thing I'll say, I don't have any problems with height. They've been really nice to me. They've reached out a few times asking for collabs, and I've met some of their reps at like various events and whatnot. It's all been first class. Like they're nice people. I have nothing against them. I do not think that the height Y70 is worth $380. I'm definitely making a video about this. $380 for a case is absolutely insane. If you are building an RTX 5090 PC, 9800 X3D, and money is not an issue for you at all, and you want a huge 14-inch screen, then go for it. The screen is cool. Is it worth $380? No. It's cool. I like it. It is not worth that kind of money though. $250 tops. It doesn't even come with It doesn't come with fans. It doesn't even come with a fan hub. It doesn't come with an RGB hub. No way. No way. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. Unless if you have an absolute unlimited budget. No way. Is there a no-touch version? There is. It's very expensive too. I don't know how much. But $380 is just, that's outrageous. Their margins for this case are probably so high. Agreed, I'm getting the non-touch version. I want to see my components. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. Not a fan. And then I feel like the other thing that I don't like is the software is very, very underwhelming. I can't believe more people don't talk about it. The height software, I think it's called Nexus. It comes with 10 pre-included backgrounds here. Like, this is Wallpaper Engine. A $380 case should come with more than 10 options for the LCD screen, which is the exact feature of why it costs $380. It comes with 10. I guess they just assume you'll use something else. I don't know. The apps are pretty underwhelming. Like, I don't need a calculator on that screen. You know, like, it's just, it's not worth the money, man. It's not worth the money. It's all cool. It's all cool. But I would not wholeheartedly recommend you spend that kind of money. Phil with the 300 biddies. What AM4 CPU is best to pair with a 3080 Ti? 5700 X3D, man. You gotta get the best of the best. Stamp with the Twitch Prime. Ava with the Twitch Prime. Feld with Twitch Prime. And Liked Future with the 4-month Twitch Prime. Thank you. Are you selling this PC? This will be on a monthly drop in a couple months. Probably for like 300 bucks. Yeah, we'll do 300. But not for a while. What all can you do with the screen? You can either set it to just be a desktop. Like, I can move my mouse cursor from monitor to monitor to monitor. It's just a third monitor with a very skinny... You probably can't see what I'm doing with the mouse. Yeah, you can see it right there. Yeah, I mean, it's like I can just take a website over to here. It's literally just a monitor. Or you can use the Nexus software, which has some widgets that you can install on it and whatnot. The one widget I do like is like the performance overlay. You can show your CPU, GPU utilization, temperatures, etc. But like other than that, I don't really think anything's useful. Like you can open up Paint on there, calculator, Twitch chat, a few other basic things. But like I just don't think that's worth $380. That's an insane amount of money. Sam Tech with the 300 biddies. Thank you for all your insights today, man. Super helpful for me. Gotta go, but have a great rest of the stream. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Is it not a touch? It is a touch screen, yeah. I don't touch anything on it though. I just use it as for a wallpaper engine. Nothing seems worth it on the touchscreen for me. Did anybody... we were talking a little bit about the 9070. Did anybody... Lucario is sick at least? That's true. I was saying that earlier. My 5-year-old is in a huge Pokemon phase right now. I've been 3D printing Pokemon every single day. I got... This is the wallpaper engine for my desktop right now. And then we got Lucario back behind me. I'm just trying to feed his Pokemon phase right now so he stays in it. Did anybody happen to score a 9070 or 9070 XT today? I saw a couple people, they successfully ordered one, but then like an hour later, Newegg canceled the orders. I saw that happen multiple times. Skelt got one. Okay. Doja got one. Master Q also got one. Okay, a few people. A couple people on YouTube did too. Nice. Okay, nice. Asus Prime 9070 XT, very nice. I like those new Asus Prime cards. I didn't see what the AMD version looked like, but the Asus Prime RTX 5070, that's my favorite card. Well, that's the favorite card that I've gotten so far. Yeah, I like that. That Asus Prime is very clean. Very clean looking card. You should get a fire extinguisher for the 5090. I get that that's a good joke, but I do have fire extinguishers around the house. Like we already had fire extinguishers around the house before the 5090. We're good, man. We're good. Where's the drink at? It's empty. I'm currently pretty dialed in for summer shredding right now. Down 23 pounds so far. Definitely gonna cut at least 10 more. I don't know how lean I'll get this year, but I'm not like done drinking completely, but I am trying to stay a little bit more dialed in right now. Where's your dog? I think he went upstairs. I think Griffin. Yeah, he's not down here. Yeah, he's upstairs for the night. 5070 Ti or 9070 XT? Personally, I go XT all day. If for whatever reason you really want to do ray tracing, get the 70 Ti. Not like you can find either one of them in stock. But for me, like ray tracing is just not that big of a deal. I would definitely get the XT. The XT is about like what, 5% slower, but hundreds of dollars cheaper. It's worth it. Dog cam points reward. I don't really have a good spot for a dog cam other than underneath my desk, but he's usually not underneath my desk during the streams. He's underneath my desk like all day, every day, both here and at the office. But when I start screaming on the live stream, he doesn't really want to be over here too often. Sometimes, but not too often. When is the 5060 coming out? Probably a few months. We don't know yet. I haven't had any manufacturer tell me that it's coming soon. Am I tweaking or does he sound different? I don't we talk about this at the office. We've talked about it multiple times. I'm still not 100% sure what people mean when they say that. There's always somebody that comes in here saying that my voice is different on stream versus in the vertical videos. It definitely is a different mic. But I think it's also my, like, during a 3 to 4 hour live stream, definitely a little bit more chill. Whereas in a 60-second video, it's like very punchy, high energy, to the point. Maybe that's what the difference is, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's just the calmness. I'm not calm. I'm not really calm in the verticals. It feels more grainy. Well, my voice is definitely grainy right now because I am losing it. We did a what was it, a 50-minute yap session before we started building this, and I could feel it then that my voice was going. Maybe that's part of the graininess, or that could just be the mic. I don't know. Drink water. Dude, I'm on my second one of these in just this. I drink over 200 ounces of water every single day. Every single day. My body requires an insane amount of water. It's very annoying. With electrolytes. I've drank almost 60 ounces. Actually, probably 60 ounces. Since just this stream started. That's why I have to go pee every ad break. Which F1 team do you support? Again, I'm a new F1 fan. I do like Ferrari. I'm definitely not a die-hard Ferrari fan, though. I am rooting for Ferrari this year. Last year, I would tell people I'm a Ferrari fan, but my favorite driver is Hamilton. So that worked out quite well. But I'm not like... I just like watching it. I'm not a die-hard fan like Steelers or anything. Is that the headphone mic? Yeah. Exclamation point headset. It's the Corsair HS80. Support Haas because of America. Ferrari is going to win the constructors. We'll see. We will see. NASCAR for the win. My dad was a big NASCAR fan. I like got kind of into it here and there when I was a kid, but Formula One is just so much more interesting. Ferrari's gonna win the Super Bowl. Maybe. We'll see. NASCAR for the win again. Wow. Wow. Got a couple NASCAR fans in here. That's impressive. Are we in an ad break or are we done? That might have been a quick one. Pushing for a 3-hour stream now. No, we're going to wrap this up here in a couple minutes, actually. Golf Life with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. I got to get back to my... the new season of WoW that just came out. And the Race to World First. Probably clock in 20 minutes before I... Oh, no. I got to make that lemon ginger tea. Whenever I do live streams where my voice starts going... My voice is very weak. I lose my voice, I feel like, more than normal people do. I gotta do some lemon ginger tea before bed. Keep it up for 25 minutes. I need another ticket. No, I can't do it. I won't be able to talk tomorrow. We need your PC building chair. It's from Blacklight. Aiden with the $20 super chat. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Hey, Zach. Which white X870 would you recommend? I want to replace my ASRock B650E, 7600X, and 7900 GRE. ASRock kind of disappointed me with quality. Have multiple RGB LED colors out after 3 months for both. Want to get a 9800 X3D and a 9070 XT. I definitely do not have Let me pull up PC part picker. I definitely do not have X870 models readily in the top of my head. I don't think there's going to be a bad white X870E though. So it's just going to come down to personal preference. Did you say E specifically? Yeah, X870E. I don't think there's going to be a bad one. I'm pretty sure they're all good. You got the Gigabyte Ice and the MSI MPG. Those are the only two ones. Both are definitely going to be good. I don't think you have an issue with either one of them. Aesthetically, can you guys see this? Aesthetically, that's actually a really tough call. I like them both. I think I like the MSI one a little bit more. The Gigabyte Ice is more white, but for some reason I like the MSI one a little bit more. We've had some problems recently with Gigabyte motherboards. It's not like a all Gigabyte motherboards fail thing. But we've had some BIOS issues with Gigabyte motherboards that we already gave up on after dealing with it for a couple months. I've been very hesitant to go back to Gigabyte AM5 boards. We've been having great luck with MSI. So personally, between those two, I get the MSI. But I don't think that you'll have a problem with either one of them. Elite with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Yeah, we've been having some very, very quirky Gigabyte motherboard AM5 issues. No, nothing on AM4, just AM5. This was my first stream on CTT, and I have to say I enjoyed it. I'm glad to hear it, man. Lifelong Steelers fan here. Let's go. I don't know if you heard the conversation, but I was talking to Darnell Washington today, and I already had the CPU and GPU locked down. We're going to go with a 9800 X3D and a 5080. I don't want to give him a 5090. I don't want to give an NFL player a 5090. I legitimately don't trust it enough to do that. I don't want to burn down the tight end of my favorite NFL team. I don't want to burn down his house. So we're gonna play it safe with a 5080, 9800 X3D. But I just got the rest of the parts that I needed today. Reached out to a couple manufacturers to send some parts over. It's gonna be real nice. Chris with the $10 super chat says, "Hey Zach, I'm trying to build a PC for my stepdad. He's a pilot and wants to play Microsoft Flight Sim. I have an RX 6600 and a 700 watt power supply laying around. Budget is $350. If you already have a 6600 and a power supply, and you have $350 left, it's going to be a tight squeeze. I would recommend a 5600 with a budget AM4 motherboard, and then fill in the blanks. That's not a ton of money to work with for the remaining parts, because that's going to come out to be a $250. At the end of the day, that's a $600 build. So you can only do, you might even need to get a 5500. If you go from AliExpress, you'll be able to get a 56. But I mean, it's definitely doable. Second stream, it was a good one. Glad to hear it, man. Thank you guys. That game will hurt that card. Yeah, that too. Flight Sim is one of the most demanding games right now. On a 6600, it'll play, but it'll be pushing it. It'll be pushing it. What are your thoughts on the Baltimore Ravens? What are my thoughts? There's very few things I hate more than the Baltimore Ravens, man. Lamar Jackson, if he texted me, I probably would text back just because I can get some content out of it. My first response would be just to ignore him. I give him a 5090 build. Just fire hazard and all. I give him a 5090. I rolled the dice on that one. I think that'd be an acceptable. Yeah, I'd probably write some. Maybe I write something on the bottom of his PC. You'd intentionally put the connector in loose. What if Ray Lewis texts you? That's a tougher one. That's a tougher one. I mean, I still hated Ray Lewis when he was playing. I feel like now I've, just like everybody else probably, I have some decent amount of respect for him. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I hated when we played against them. I built him a PC though. 5080. 5080. Including how scared I would be of him. Ray Lewis is such a nice guy, I can't hate him. Yeah, I mean, I have respect for him. Thoughts on the Vikings? Irrelevant. Not major thoughts. What's your favorite sport to watch? Football all day, man. You seem like a UFC guy. UFC's number 2. NFL, by far. I mean, I'm a diehard through and through Steelers fan. I watch every single snap and have for the last 2 decades for the Steelers. UFC is next. Formula 1 is number 3 now for favorite sports, and then NBA. I still really like NBA, especially come playoff time. But Formula 1's higher than NBA. That's been the big shift. The big shift. Favorite fighter? Yuri Prohaska is definitely my favorite active fighter. The Diamond is probably number 2. He's up there. He's up there for sure. Dustin Poirier. Those are probably my top 2. What about soccer? No, definitely not. I don't watch anything soccer. Favorite fighter of all time? Brock Lesnar. All day, man. I watched Brock Lesnar when he was in the WWE. I was in like elementary school. Like when you're reenacting WWE with your dad. I was always Brock Lesnar. I love Brock Lesnar. And then when he went to the UFC, he actually did pretty good. Until he got hurt and sick and whatever. Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, or Ricky Bobby? It's a tough one. Shogun was the best. I didn't watch... I became a UFC fan. I mean, I watched UFC on and off since the Brock Lesnar days. So, I mean, that's like what? Almost 2 decades? Or no, over a decade? I didn't become a real UFC fan, though, until like 4 years ago. I've watched every pay-per-view for the last 4... Probably getting close to 5 years now. But that was pre-Shogun. Pre-Shogun days. Or post. Yeah, Brock Lesnar was... When I was in high school, he was still fighting in the UFC. And I graduated in 2010. So 14 years ago. Brock Lesnar was tearing it up in the UFC. Top 5 fighters that you think are the GOAT? I don't know if I can give you 5 off the top of my head. Khabib. John Jones. See, I wasn't watching UFC with like GSP and Silva. So I missed that era. Like I can only give you the current era or like slightly before current era. GSP, yeah. Ilya? No. I mean, not GOAT. He's good, but not GOAT. That's a crime, missing GSP and Silva. Yeah, I wasn't watching. No Conor McGregor. I mean, I was definitely a Conor McGregor fan. Don't get me wrong. But not a GOAT. Not a GOAT. GOAT entertainer. For sure. Gracie? What was your ASVAB score? Dude, I have no idea, man. ASVAB is the test that you take to enter the military. Different branches have different requirements. Air Force was always the highest. I don't know if Space Force is higher than that now. There was no Space Force when I was in the military. I definitely do not remember my score, though. Crappy PC or console? I mean, that's very vague, but honestly, probably console. It depends. Top 5 athletes of all time? Whew. That's too difficult to come. I need like a half hour for that one. Top 5 athletes of all time. I mean, I think Tom Brady is probably the best sports player of all time, or at least one of. But his athleticism is not. I don't know how much you factor that into the. He's not athletic. I mean, he's athletic, but not like super athletic. I don't think. I don't know if that gets included. LeBron. I put LeBron on there for sure. Yeah, I don't know soccer. Messi. I'm sure he would make the list. Ben Roethlisberger, of course. That's tough, man. MJ. I didn't watch MJ. MJ was the only MJ for my age. The only MJ I remember is Wizards MJ. I legitimately don't remember MJ on the Bulls at all. I was alive, but I was a young kid. I only remember MJ playing on the Wizards and being like, I remember being a young and dumb kid and be like, why does everybody think this guy's good? The Rock, yeah, top 5. Yeah, put The Rock on there. Us old timers remember him, yeah. Yeah, I like having conversations about how much like MJ dominated, because like I didn't see it. I always thought about that. Like my POV of watching MJ like not be good on the Wizards is probably what people saw like on like Peyton Manning's his awful year, you know, things like that. I'm like there's probably like these young and dumb kids that are like, oh, Peyton Manning sucks. It's like, you didn't just watch him dominate for 20 years. John Cena, yep, I put him on there. Yep. What's your favorite F1 driver? I like Hamilton. Not a diehard fan, but I like Hamilton so far. I have not been an F1 fan for a full year yet. It was the Imola. The Imola race. If you guys have been watching Thirsty Thursday, you'll know this, because we were sim racing right here with the sim racing setup at Imola. So that was like what, race 5 or 6 last year? That's when I started following Formula 1. Kobe was the GOAT. I don't know about that. I like Kobe. Loved Kobe. We almost named Griffin Kobe. Fun fact. Kobe was my wife's #1 choice. But at the time, this was during Blake Griffin's rookie season, where he was just dominating, dunking, nothing else. His game, Blake Griffin's as a rookie, his game consisted only of dunking. And that is how we got the name Griffin. He's named after Blake Griffin. We almost did Kobe though, but Griffin won out. Griffin won out. Are X870 motherboards worth it? If you have a good amount of money, yeah, they're worth it. They are not required though. You can get a solid B850 or even a B650, a good one. Get a good B650. with the X3Ds, and you should be fine. Came very close to convincing my wife to name one of our sons Brady. Yikes. I thought it was because of Peter Griffin. Nah, Blake Griffin. It was when Blake Griffin was dunking over cars. Do you like Russ? I mean, I enjoyed our time with Russ. I no longer want him to be our starting quarterback. I am much more excited about the potential of Justin Fields. I really liked watching Justin Fields last year, and he did good. Is his full name Griffey Tech Tips? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I do want Justin Fields. Yeah. Hoping after I build Darnell's PC, Justin Fields hits him up like, hey man, where'd you get that sick custom PC from? Sends him my number. Start building a PC for Fields. Get in with all the Steelers. That's the master plan. Hopefully, we'll see if that comes to fruition or not. Fields can't throw an arc. Every pass is a bullet. I disagree. Steelers are one of the few teams that can go all in on the run and still have success. You have a running quarterback on the roster right now. Like, let's just go for it. Let's build a playbook around Justin Fields and his capability. We got two really good running backs. Like, just go for it, man. Just go for it. We got Darnell, best blocking tight end in the league. Like, come on now. Steelers getting Aaron Rodgers? I sure hope not. Does your son have his own phone? No, they're 5 and 3. Is fantasy football complicated? If you don't know the answer to that, then it probably is for you. Yeah. I mean, for somebody new to fantasy football, yes, it's complicated. Can we watch different live streams to get points? I mean, you watch them all for the 6 weeks. We raffle the PCs off about every 6 weeks. But not on YouTube. It's only on Twitch. Give me your IG. It's just at Zach Sector. Wish I could keep watching, but it's like 4 a.m. here. Yikes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying up late, man. How do you rate Jaden Daniels? I almost never believe rookie quarterback hype. I'm actually a firm believer against quarterback hype, or rookie quarterback hype. Everyone said Jaden Daniels is going to do really good this year, and it's like same old, same old. Like, we see this every time. Now, I do think next year is going to be like the prove it year, because we see a lot of rookie quarterbacks have a really good year because defenses don't have them figured out yet and whatnot. And that second year is when they go into that sophomore slump, and then we see how good they really are after they get through that. So we'll see. But he definitely exceeded my expectations, for sure. Hockey? No, I don't watch much hockey. Or I don't watch any hockey. Can I work for you? No, we're not really hiring right now. I usually have a we're always hiring policy. Like, if somebody presented me with a resume and then I talked to them on the phone and they're like, just everything is rock star about them, I'd be very motivated to find a spot for them. But right now, during the GPU shortage, now's not a great time for us to hire more people. We have a couple part-time people that I want to eventually find work so they can become full-time before I would hire somebody else. But like during the GPU shortage, like I'm concerned with keeping the people that I already have busy, because GPUs are just so hard to find right now. So It's one of the very few times I would say we're not hiring. I would love to do an internship. I would never do an internship. I don't like the concept of internship. Especially free ones. Like, that's insane to me. When do you think the shortage will end? Not anytime soon. Yeah, I think we're in the infant stages of it, to be honest, but I have no idea. Everything I'm looking at from months ago is 1.5 to 2x the price. Yep. It's every single GPU. Everything above an RTX 4060 or a 7600 XT is insanely overpriced. So, yeah, I mean, my number one priority right now in my entire, other than like keeping everybody alive, keeping my kids fed and whatnot, professionally, business-wise, my number one priority is securing GPUs. Because without GPUs, I can't keep some of my employees busy. We bought 97 GPUs last week. 0 this week. But we haven't been trying as hard. We did secure a lot last week, thankfully. But I'm worried about after we work our way through these, score more for a bit. I'll stand outside Micro Center for you. I would pay all of my employees to do that, but they limit 1 per customer. 1 per customer per day. We live like 2 hours away from the closest Micro Center, and it would not be worth driving up there for 1 GPU. We need dozens of GPUs. Two hours is not that bad. Yeah, it's not bad like for your own personal build, but for business, if you can only do 1, I can't pay an employee 4 hours of driving for 1 GPU. If you have questions about the giveaway, just type in !giveaway help. It'll take you to a quick 3 or 4 minute video. It's got everything you need to know in there, man. Some hours in a 6-pack. Most of my employees don't drink, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't drink. I know it probably comes off like I'm an alcoholic because like I'm almost always drinking when you guys see me on the live stream. I don't drink that much. I would say on average, I consume like probably 3 drinks a week. I mean, today was actually like 1. Those were like 2 half drinks. That was probably 1. On a per weekly basis, it's probably 2 or 3 drinks. That might be the most out of all my employees. 2 to 3. I don't think any employee even drinks more than that. I mean, that's not that much. 3 whole alcohols, yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's usually 1 or 2 from Thirsty Thursday. And then usually on Friday, I'll have 1 beer. At the end of the day. Because like this beer is, or like this drink is fun, like on Thirsty Thursday, but it's not like a relaxing drink. This is I'm still working drink. So I do like another beer at some point throughout the week as a fun relaxation, usually on Fridays. My Friday work schedule is usually my easiest day of the week too, so it's nice to do that. Have a little beer afterwards. Although I did have a beer on Monday. Monday we went out for dinner, and I had 1 beer. Zach gets paid to drink. That is true. From you guys. You guys pay me to drink. And Twitch. And YouTube. I'm still kind of jealous of whenever my employees get paid to game, though. Like if they're benchmarking or whatnot. I mean, I employ literally professional gamers. That's peak. Is the beer a business expense? I don't. I probably could, though. I probably could. I don't know if there's a special clause for alcohol. Because, like, food and drink can be a business expense. I don't know if alcohol has special rules or not, or whatnot. I'm not sure. What do you pay your employees? I don't know why I read that out loud. That one obviously doesn't get answered. I'm not going to give you the salary of my employees, man. That is not the normal thing to do. He pays them in PC parts? That's true. Yeah, they just get paid in CPUs and GPUs. Well, not GPUs. I bet you pay them money? That is true. I do pay them money. US dollars, specifically. Yeah. Pays them in 12 packs. Made it to 3 hours. Oh man, oh my god, that was some serious yapping. I gotta go. It's 11:15, man. We finished this PC an hour ago. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Really appreciate your viewership, financial support, gifted subs, just sitting through the ads. All of that funds this entire operation, so I really appreciate it. We are doing this gaming PC giveaway on next Thursday is when the raffle is. So if you haven't already, type in ! giveaway, convert your points into tickets, because we're going to be raffling this off next Thursday. Next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. At the beginning of the stream, after a little bit of yapping, we're going to raffle that off and then immediately start building the next giveaway PC. And I just ordered the parts for that one, and it's an RTX 50 series GPU and an X3D CPU. It's the best giveaway PC that I've ever done before. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Make sure you follow, join in ! Discord, because then you can get notifications to when the live streams happen and whatnot. Ad break in progress. I'm not gonna wait for that ad break. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.